All right, pause.
It's wild.
Dude, to try and like think of tactics in that situation. Like it's one thing to sit, almost like the Vietnamese were trying to plan out the tactics. They had a patrol base, you know, underground. They're planning. They're getting intel on where the Americans are. The Americans are on the fly trying to figure out what to do, the best place to put the M60, the machine gun, how to maneuver on the enemy while taking contact, while taking casualties, while at a disadvantage, and then having to make good tactical decisions is insane.
Not only that, but not only is he taking casualties in contact, he can see the enemy. Like they are right there. Yeah. So imagine the pressure, like get the M60 here, get that thing going now. Like they need that.
And their only cover is like a fallen tree.
Right, yeah. Like you are
so that's
a
good
stone's throw from your enemy.
Yeah.
That is wild. Like you can talk to each other.
That's good for like maybe 3 people. What about the rest of your platoon that doesn't have a tree?
Right. So everybody's trying to make themselves as small as possible at that point and trying to hide. And that's one of those things where it's like, you know, you're trying to get the best advantage and get your firepower where it needs to be, but people are also trying not to die at that point. Yeah. That's one of those things where it's like...
What's up, guys? This video is sponsored by 18 Alpha Fitness. If you haven't checked it out and if you want to go special operations, you need a good fitness plan. Go check out Kevin over at 18 Alpha Fitness. He's a former Green Beret. He knows what he's doing. His post job from the military, from Special Forces, was helping Air Force Special Operations get physically fit. This guy is on point, and he's a great dude. He could do custom plans and just a common plan that I use, which is awesome, the kettlebell program. But I highly recommend you get a custom plan. Use code word BUCK, and he'll hook you up.
You kind of have to throw caution to the wind and know that your best chance of survival is not making yourself as small as possible and hiding, but it's actually returning fire and getting into position.
Just that wall of fire. And imagine the psychological effect when every time a helicopter lifts off, it's full of bodies of your buddies, and then you're replacing those bodies with yourself. Yeah. And it's like, there's a good chance that you're going to be on that next flight.
And you're watching it go, and you're like, people that are wounded, and you're like, I kind of almost wish that was me, right? Because I might not make it out of here. It's one of those movies that really shows the realities of war and just like shows you that, you know, a lot of people have this romanticized vision of what war is. And I think a lot of that comes from movies and video games. But once you know, like war is hell, honestly. Like people, they ask for it, but they don't know what they're asking for.
Right. Yeah, this is a good depiction of the worst of war. Yeah. And it's like, it's easy to look at certain movies when we're winning and be like, we're just shooting them up, we're winning, we have the aircraft. It's easy to be in a war situation when you're on the winning side. Yep. But when it's the losing side, and I always say this, is like I always felt it in my bones in contact, in combat, when I was the hunter and when I was the hunted. And when you become the hunted, it's the worst feeling on the planet. When you know another human being, not an animal, not a machine, a human is watching you.
Trying to kill you.
Trying to kill you, and you don't know where they are. You know that they're fully capable. You know that they're planning and they're watching and they have oversight on you. It's the worst feeling. It's like, it literally feels like a deer being tracked by Cameron Haynes. It's like your time could come at any moment.
Right, yeah.
And it's the shittiest feeling. So that switches. And then all of a sudden you're the hunter and you're in the best position possible, and now you're the man and you're the alpha and you're this lion. But then all of a sudden the wrong decision or just circumstance, and you're back to being the deer caught in Cameron Haynes' sights. So
it's a game of chance, man.
It's a game of chance, and it flip-flops. You know, so that's what people don't get, is like, yeah, you could be American, you could be Green Beret, Navy SEAL, SEAL Team 6, Delta, doesn't matter what your unit is. Every one of us that plays combat is going to be on the losing side at some point. I mean, Andy was SEAL Team 6, got shot. Yeah. You know, it's like, the shit's no joke. And it could be luck, it could be circumstance. Your clock could get checked anytime. It's like your card could get punched anytime.
Yep.
Almost like you.
Ah! All right, pause.
You got more enemy coming too, sir. So.
I just thought that was awesome. Like he was like, "Yeah, I want to get on. Let's go." And he's like, "If you're dumb enough to come," he's like, "Hell yeah!" And then he gets there, he's like, "Ah."
He sees it gets real,
Yeah,
real quick.
And like that's what happens. You realize like, hey, you thought you're on the winning team.
Yeah.
Not here, you're not.
You realize real fast that it goes both ways.
Yeah, like this is a two-way range, and right now, you're on the losing end. The U.S. isn't on the losing end, because we could just nuke the whole country.
Right.
The U.S. is going to win. But
you in this little patch of grass.
This battle could be lost.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything for the United States, but everything to everyone that's there.
Yeah. That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah. It's like the U.S. could just be like, that battle was a wash.
Yeah.
But to people that are there, to the lives that
it's all relative.
Yeah. That means everything to them. Mm-hmm. And they're in a losing fight as U.S. soldiers. And that's something that we're not used to. We're used to always being in the winning shot. But again, people don't get it. Like my first deployment, I saw Green Berets coming in with bullet holes all throughout their bodies, just getting worked on. And every pump on their chest was blood squirting out their backs. Bullet holes through the backs of their legs. Bullet holes all through them, just on the losing end. As a country, we're winning. But that gunfight that those two guys were just in, that they were getting their asses rocked. Mm-hmm. And for them, that was the only gunfight that mattered.
Yeah, for sure.
For one of them that died that day, it was his last deployment. He was about to retire. And that was the only gunfight that matters for him. It was the only gunfight that matters for his family.
Yep.
But for the U.S., we just moved on. Mm-hmm. And I guarantee his family didn't just move on.
What's up, guys? Is all this censorship bumming you guys out as much as it's bumming us out? Well, don't worry. We thought about it and we got you. We have extended cuts, uncut, raw versions of Beers and Breakdowns uploaded every Sunday starting this Sunday on the members only channel. So go to the website, thefngacademy.com, click tier 3 and sign up. It's a monthly subscription for $25 a month. You'll now get uncut, uncensored, raw Beers and Breakdowns and all the shenanigans in its total glory and how it's supposed to be without YouTube's all that sensory and shenanigans that we have to do now. You also get some exclusive content as far as selection goes. Kurt and I are going to start doing podcasts together on it and uploading those regularly as well, answering a lot of the questions that we get in the mentor program, which is the tier 1, tier 2, for all you people actually pursuing special operations in some form, so we could help mentor you, get you the right mindset and all that stuff. But if you want to see these episodes uncensored, go check out tier 3 option at thefngacademy.com. And just know, if you guys are a member, we thank you so much. You're helping us to move these products along and bring new products to the special operations community to help people get selected. So thank you for being part of that movement. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you guys in the next video.